pirouette left? Yeah, sure.
Challenge.
Okay. If I'm going to help you with the pirouette left, what do you do to get him ready to do a pirouette left?
I start collecting until he's collected, and then hunches, try to get the hunches in as I'm bringing him around.
Okay. And what does he do? Does he make it too large? Does he hammering?
The right one is too large. The left one, he wants to spin.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the one going right, he wants to spin. The one going left is a little big.
The one that he wants to spin on, usually what happens is everybody, if they're right-handed, they'll let their right leg hang down but not too long. So then the horse has an escape to just go spin. On the left, almost always, what I find is the horse, especially if they bend easier left than right, they'll make themselves a little pretzel and then they don't sit and stay on the hind quarters.
Right.
I'm going to do the exercise with him like I did with Liz, and then I'm going to have you do a walk pirouette, then to a can pirouette, then to a walk pirouette. That's going to show you the size you should be, and I'm going to, depending on how much he expresses how big he wants to have it or how much he wants to spin, I may take his pirouette. Okay, so let's just practice a couple of walk pirouettes. And in that walk pirouette, it's not like it's in the show. It has to be quicker and much more active, so that when he does do a walk pirouette, it's a little bit on the active side, almost like piaffe. Yeah. Okay. And I see your mind hesitate because you're thinking, does he walk? Does he walk? I want to see you active in the whole thing. Okay. Okay. And that size you did on the right is your problem. It's the half halt on the outside rein, so that the horse knows that he is supposed to turn in the length of his body. Okay. There, that's a little better. So you're letting him get a little bit counterbent. Okay, so that means again your right leg is not really functional in the turn to the right. Okay. There you go. Now go back to the right. You're going to think it's more problematic. And the whole time you're doing a walk pirouette to the right, I want your right leg pulsating on this side. Pulsate, 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 pulsate. There you go. And you have to sit in the direction the horse is going. You fell to the outside. Again. Pulsate, pulsate, sit right, sit right. There you go. And you should feel like the inside hind leg is coming underneath your body. Yeah, I know you need to go do something else. There you go. There you go. Now walk forward as you can and again pirouette. I'm not ready, she said. Yeah. And then the same idea. Okay? So here's where the inside leg has to be much more aggressive. Because the minute you canter, you put your feet down. Walk pirouette. That's right. Walk pirouette. Sit back. Yeah. Canter. Walk canter pirouette. In the same side. Turn. Don't go so far. And come on. Canter. Canter. Good. Now inside leg to keep the activity, outside leg turn with the rein. Come on, keep the activity. That's the rule, that's the rule, that's the rule. I mean, labored, not perfect by any needs, but you didn't stop, and you got a better idea of the size. So that exercise, once they understand it, and that's why I don't want you to go so far away. I want you to do the walk pirouette, 2 steps, so forward, canter, and turn. That's what I want. And sit to your right. Come on. Active, inside leg, active, canter, active, inside leg, turn. All right. So here's where, good boy. Here's where you have to be careful that you're not in the mouth to the point to stop the canter pirouette. When you ask for that smallness, you have to say, here's your head a little bit, and my legs are saying active, my body, my stomach is saying, here's the position. Here's how much I want you to go forward. Good. Keep coming, come on. Don't think so hard. React. All right. A little later, but way better. That's walk. Let them talk about it. Let them have a head. Give them a good tap. This is difficult because you're saying go and whoa at the same time. Your body's saying don't go anywhere. Your legs are saying stay active. Okay, and your hands have to be somewhat soft, because if your hands are yelling no, they're going to stop hammering. Right? Okay, so you're going to do it to the right, we're going to let it breathe. Okay. And you can feel these steps, held the ground, turn. Steps, held the ground, turn. And that's what's necessary for a canter pirouette to be great. And the reason I use the walk pirouette so much for the canter pirouette on these horses, if they're long and big like he is, they really struggle to figure out the size. And they just want to canter on. So the walk pirouette says, no, it's this size. Okay, Jordan, maybe we'll do it to the other side. Use your belly wall on your hands, sweetheart. There you go. Have them come back to your seat. You'll be very happy when that happens. Good. Now walk pirouette. Tall, outside lane, half tall. Atta girl. Now canter. Inside leg to stop the spin. Yeah. And another half pirouette. And use your inside leg every time you feel the mange coming up. Good job. I mean, it's not secure, but it definitely wasn't any spin.
No. He spins going right, but he didn't spin going right either. So.
You what?
He usually spins going to the right.
Well,
but
he hasn't done it either way.
No, he hasn't.
But what I need to see from you is that you don't just stick your feet down in the stirrups and pray. That's not going to work. Okay, and another turn. That's good. Keep him up in front, yeah. And now canter. Sit up, canter, yeah. Inside leg starts it. Then turn. Okay, for PSG, that's perfect. For I1, that's not enough. And the reason for the horse going downhill is that your half halt was when he was downhill. So then he just starts wavering on his front legs. You have to think more quickly so that the front legs, very good. So the front legs and the neck are up when you're out to the turn. Otherwise, it's just a turn in the middle. Very good. Now canter. Think about how close the mane is up and turn. Mane is up, mane is up, mane is up, mane is up, mane is up. I'll take that. So for me, that shows great control. I mean, yes, I'd like more energy. Yes, I'd like more coordination of aids, but it's a new toy. So you're going to have a little learning curve on when to do it. But you probably felt that he wasn't so labored in the canter itself the last time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, no,
whenever
I'm
you
trying
do-
to think of more half halting.
Well, the half halt has to be from activities. Yeah, and it's the timing of it. If you wait until the neck is going down, you're putting the horse on the front end. Period, end of set. And then the horse, for them to come up and under, they have to wait for the next stride. They can't do it in the stride you're doing it. You have to do it before the stride happens. I keep on saying when the neck is up, but it's when the outside hind leg is coming under. That's the moment. That moment of suspension just before they take the next canter stride is the most affordable place to make a difference. Let's do one more this way and then we'll go to something. I know I'm keeping it simple, but with all the things we ask horses to do, if you make it too complicated, they can't cope with it. So you're going to make it look a little right. You're going to turn it right. Correct. Sit back. Good job. Good job. Turn. That was your problem. You have to be a little more honest about the bend to the right. If you use the half halt and excluding the bend, he's not going to turn. And sit. Legs active. Yes! Wow, that was pretty good. And he sat and held and was not upset in any way. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, can you try one to the
Okay. You get to dictate to me today. I dictated all day yesterday. I have no problem with that. I want you to go home with tools. You're downhill. You're not. When you turn him, the outside rein in your body says stay up here. If he goes down in the bridle, he's going to be down in the canter pirouette. Yes. Yes. Okay. Think about your timing. So the reason why I didn't like that is that I asked you to go forward and you went 5 strides. He doesn't figure out what you want. He doesn't get it. That's going to a different movement. He's got to know that it's 2 strides and into the canter. Because then he's still on the hind quarters. Kick him up. Yeah. Okay, can. And go. And turn. And turn. Inside leg. Okay, let's do it again. Now don't do it poorly. Repeat it, but don't do it poorly. So now you're going to do a turn on the haunches or a walk to the left, not downhill. You should go off your outside leg. That's right. That's right. That is correct. And now camera, right now. And turn. You don't need 5 strides. So walk for a minute. When you go 5 strides, instead of staying engaged like he was in the walk, he flattens. Then you have no prayer. You have to be quicker. I know I'm torturing you. It's great. Now turn. Keep it back. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now can. Right now. Turn. Keep the inside leg better. Turn again. Inside leg, inside leg, inside leg, inside leg. Okay, walk. So, You need to turn him more with the outside leg at the girth. He knows after the picking up the canter that he's cantering. But the outside leg at the girth will make a better idea of how to turn the shoulders and maybe keep the activity because both legs are working. One more time. Turn. Yeah, yeah. Active, 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 active. Yeah. Outside leg up, forward, forward, forward. All right. There you go. I don't mind that. That's way better activity behind. You got your leg too far back. And then you're just turning with the inside rein. You actually turn the horse with your outside rein. Flexion to the inside, but the outside rein and outside leg are the turn. Good job. Good job. Walk her way. Yes, that's what I want right there. And camera. Turn. And keep turning. You're doing okay. Now you just turn to the inside ring. Turn to the outside ring. There you go. Yeah, girl. Let him walk. If you turn on the inside, they're always trying to find the inside shoulder. When you've seen classic guys and they put their hands down horse and all that. But basically, if you pull their head inside, it's not going to be a kind of pirouette because you destroyed the alignment.
Right.
Did you feel that though?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm
great.
trying to make sure you go home with tools. That's all. Let him breathe for a second. I mean, not that it's not cold, but he needs to. I like horses to absorb what's going on and be able to think about it a little bit. And then, besides that, we can come back to that in a minute. What else would you like to do today? The canter half pass, like it is in I1?
Well, maybe you should see what my canter half pass looks like.
Okay, all right, I'd like to do that. The half pass, most of the time in the canter, the half pass gets lost because we use the inside rein instead of the outside rein to keep the alignment. There's always bend to the inside. Yes, but that's from the inside leg. And I always want to feel the inside hind leg underneath my seat, and that the shoulders are high and active and going sideways. So I'm going to let you show me your version of a half pass, and then I'll check it out and see what I can do. If he gets too deep, I prefer to have you put your legs on and pull his head up, because that just distracts him from being on the bed and listening to the aids. Half halt when the mane is up, not when the mane is down. More with the outside leg than the inside. Inside leg supports it. There you go. Now you got the base of the neck in front of you. Show me what you got. Come back. You went through the corner without half halting. So when he started the half pass, he was already on his forehand. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, buddy.
He's clever. That's with your right leg too far back. Better half halt first. Come back. No big deal. So the half halt is asking the horse to stay tall in the front end, but it's not without legs telling him stay canter. That's better. Outside rein half halt, inside rein off. Come on, keep going. That's not a canter, that's a hello. There you go. And again, another half tap. Not inside rein as much. And he's got canter pirouette in his brain. Walk a bit. So, where I see the problem, in my opinion, is that he feels your inside hand, and he says, fine, I'm just going to walk and leave on it. And then your canter quality goes to hell in a handbasket. So I'm going to do a little exercise that I do a lot of. You're going to go in the same corner. You're going to leg heel to quarter line, change the bend to half pass, and then half pass to center line. If it's confusing, let me fix it before you start. You're going to go to the letter M. You're going to leg heel, but with a very straight horse. Now, I don't want flexion to the outside. I just want a very straight horse. So you go leg heel off your leg. And then you're going to just simply make him look a little bit to the right. And then you ask him with your outside leg to keep going. The inside leg says stand up. The outside leg says go. First leg go. Oh, get after him. Good job. Leg heel down. Go on. Push him. Ask more. Yeah, that's fine. I just have Paul made this up, and I want him to leg heel. Push him, push him, push him. Your leg yielding to the rail. I want it away from the rail. I'm sorry, I didn't make myself very clear. You're going to leg yield away from your right leg. It's going to be a half pass without bend, what it amounts to. You're going to leg yield away from your right leg like you're going to do a half pass, but no bend. Okay, now add bend. Keep going. Inside leg, punch him. Okay. Do you have a whip in your hand? Okay. When I asked you to leg heel just to a few strikes, he kept the canter. The minute you asked for the bend, he said no. About that time when he says no, you're going to use your whip on your inside to say, pick up your shoulders and move. That's it. That's better. And I would walk before I let him do that crappy canter. I want him to clarify what's not happening. And when he gets in that flow, where he's not really cantering, he's sort of wandering off, I would either bust him out of an extended canter, or I would make him walk and get the canter better again. Okay. Because you're teaching him how to avoid the work. Leg heel first. Stand, that's right. Keep the inside leg and then chase the bend. There you go. There you go. Now the canter's keep going, snap it. Give him a snap. One. Keep your hands active, but not when the neck is down. Atta girl. There you go. And yes, he needs more bend, but if he doesn't do any forward, you're kind of screwed. Atta girl. And then a flying chain. Yeah, good drive. Give it a good back. And then we'll go the other way. So, the reason why I did the leg heel to the half pass is I wanted to ensure forward and canter. The more he labors, the more he thinks he can't do it. You also have to be much smarter about your eggs, because when he gets that funky canner, you're trying to fix the canner with your hand. That is not going to work. He's not going to have a quality canner. There is no way you can put that in the ring and it be successful. I know I'm being rude today. Today I'm being important.
That's fine.
The thing that comes across to me is he's not a heavier leg, but he's also locked in the neck and the jaw. He's locked in the neck and the jaw. There is no canner. So now we're going to pick up the canner and we're going to go the other way in the half pass. And I'm going to go immediately to leg yield from the rail to borderline. Change, a little bit of change of bend, inside leg, and send a keep killing in the canter. That's right. Good correction there. And you should feel like he brings his neck up into your crotch. Then you know he's uphill. Leg yield. Come on, get after her. There we go. Come on. Let go of the legs and kick him forward. That's right. Now change the more half pass feel. He's got to ensure that I made a mistake doing the canter first. Go. Yeah, girl. That girl. Don't think about downhill. Think about uphill. That's better. That's better. That timing for you is a little difficult, huh? Okay, leg yield first. Good. Now put the bend in. Yay! Ah! There you go. Okay. That's your new toy, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Watch your hands if you're grabbing him when he's got his nose down. You want to feel like you can half open and let go of the reins and nothing changes. And that's scary for you a little bit, but it's something that you have to embrace because he's had it that way for long enough that he uses it as a weapon. So you have to be the one that says, I'm not going there. And I know you feel it when it's right.
Yeah.
And you have to, what you can do at home is you can get on a 20-meter circle dash with the canter and go, I'm going to half halt, I'm going to let go. I'm going to half halt, I'm going to let go on the circle. And then eventually, especially if you use a lot of inside leg, he's going to go rounder and he's going to go more with the hind leg. The half passes are lovely when he isn't ridden in the face. They're not very good, and the canter becomes a calote, which is a half trot, half canter. When he feels like he's being, and you can see it, he just stops the shoulders and the hind end goes high. And when you feel that, it's no, wrong timing. I need to fix that. And there'll be days when it's very frustrating because they'll say, oh, not today, I'm tired or whatever. And on those days, I do a lot of leg yield left and right on, like the left lead, leg yield both ways, and say, you can be more mobile. But, and you can't, a lot of people will say, bust them out in a medium canter, bust them out in an extended canter, but if they don't have the hind legs underneath them, then they flatten even more.
Yeah,
then that's counterproductive. That's my experience anyway. All right, let's do a little more canter half pass. And the first thing I want you to do is ensure that you have a canter. Don't take his temperature when you want that canter. You want to say, my temperature is hot right now. I want a camera now. Yes. If you're always picking up the reins and taking the temperature, he has all those moments to say, screw you and the boat you came in on. Sit down. There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Chase the movement. Chase it. Chase it with your leg. With your leg. Atta girl. Atta girl. Be careful. Yes, atta girl. It's like rubbing your stomach and patting your head. It's not easy. Yes. Much better. Much better. Oh, look at that. My success story. Watch with the hind legs. Keep coming. You should feel like the... Yeah. Okay, good. Keep coming. Keep coming with the hind leg. Keep coming. Yeah. Watch your hands. Atta girl. It's all about legs, sweetheart. Whoa. Now, Paul, when the mane is up, I don't care if he's running off. Atta girl. Then you got the balance back. Good job. Now go do a canter pirouette. Oh, drive you crazy. Well, we got the half pass down. Now I want... Let's get organized before I change and come back here. Good job. Watch your belly. Watch your belly. Belly out. Ah, that's nice and straight. That's nice and active. Now you're going to go like it is and pretend yours, and you're going to do a canter pirouette to the left.
I'm going to do what?
A canter pirouette to the left. So go toward the center line. Use your outside rein to help him. No, you're half passing. Go straight. And then, I'm confused you, I can tell. Come on down here, sweetheart. One of the things that happens with him is he takes over, and then when you want to change the trajectory, like not do a half pass and do a canter pirouette, he won't go straight. Okay, at that point you have to ride from the inside leg to the outside rein and just hold the outside rein enough to make his neck turn. Good. Shorten your reins, walk through the left hand pirouette. Change your mind. Yeah, go ahead. Walk through the left hand pirouette. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're going to the left. That's right. That's right. Walk through it. That's right. That's right. Good. And just canter pirouette. Turn. Turn. Don't focus so far. All right. Walk. Canter. Walk pirouette to the right. Quick, quick, quick. I know I'm going too fast for your little brains. Okay. Walk pirouette now. I know he's not ready. I'm giving him urgency to pay attention. Turn. Come on, turn. All right. Walk. No, don't change lead. Walk. Walk pirouette. Right there. No, not to the right, to the left. Don't get confused. Good job. Turn to the left. Come on, quick, quick, quick. And canter. And canter turn. Canter pirouette. That's the girl. Good job. So why I wrap this chain like that is to put it back on the egg instead of having him take over on me. So he's like, well, what is this woman doing? She's wild. She's obnoxious or whatever.
I always feel like I have to get him prepped.
Well, yeah,
And
but
that's,
the reason why I didn't
I just
care
have
about
to do
the
it
practice,
faster.
no, the reason why I didn't care about the practice, I wanted him to go, what is she doing? I've got to pay attention. Instead of, he came around the corner here when I asked for a can of pirouette, and he did a half pass without your permission. He literally just went flying sideways and was like, I didn't even aid you, you just took over. Well, taking over is kind of deadly in the ring. I mean, it's nice that they know the test. Sometimes that does help, but if they're going to really take over, then if you were trying to do like flying changes every floor or something, and he's half passing on you, it's an ugly scenario. Yeah, but the reason why it happens is because when he is not being obedient, when he isn't listening to your legs or whatever, and he takes over, you gotta change. You gotta decide, well, okay, honey, you think you know where you're going? Guess what? I just changed my mind. Guess what? I gotta do something else. Okay, so now you're gonna counter half pass again from this corner down here. Yeah, you're going to pick up the cannon, you're going to go in the corner, and you're going to do a half pass. And then you're going to walk on center line. You know what's wrong with it. Right? That was nice but uphill. It could have been a little pass. Just change him back. Don't make him just get a little bit better about that. Yeah. Send them into the corner, good. Now call on the outside ring when the main is up, and then you'll get a better balance. Yay! Alright, camera left. Turn left, half past the center line, walk. And it doesn't take much to change their mind and make them pay attention. You know, we have a habit, instead of saying, that's a girl. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. That's a girl. Yeah, good ride. And walk. Good. It doesn't take a lot to change your where you're going. We all do it. We get in the ring and I'm terrible. I make a habit of looking at where my football is. I'm lucky that I have somebody that carries an arena every morning. And invariably, I go in the ring, turn my left, and do a circle. And then I decide I have to leg over to walk. And I can look at my pattern, and it's the same one I did the day before. And it's the same one I did 2 weeks before. Yeah, and so I mentally have to say, well, in my mind, because horses have dominant eyes and non-slow down with dominant eyes, and when they shy, they always go a certain way. So I'm always putting the good eye on the rail, so that that's his kind eye. If I put him on the left rein, and he's looking at the rail, well, then all of a sudden he thinks he's got to see the squirrels or the shadows or the whatever. And I've had his eyes checked, they're perfect. But he bends left, he doesn't bend right, so they shy from the right side. So for me, I have to make sure that I'm not always riding the safety net. I mean, I do now that I'm just getting back on. I admit I'm chicken. Okay? Just call me chicken, I have no problem with that. But when I go in the ring, I'm always having in my mind to get control of the horse. I have to say, you know, maybe I'm not really ready for a walk-through, and maybe I'm not really ready for this or that, and I think I have to prepare more. Get out of that and say, you just have to go. You have to be on my age. And then the horse gets a better respect for you. You earn that respect, and then the horses go, I wait, what would you like me to do? And with him, he either totally blows you off and tells you, I'll be there in a minute, or he says, I'm taking over, bye. Either one, you have to go to, what do I got to do this different? And you have to make it a little bit complicated. If you just say, okay, you're just gonna trot, that doesn't tell him anything. That doesn't put him in, guess what, you gotta listen.
Yeah. You know, he really likes it better when it's more interesting.
Well, good.
He gets drilled and drilled. So.
Well, and, you know, we love to drill because it's comfortable. It makes us feel like we're in control, which we're really not, but okay. Let's do some trot work, huh?
Okay.
I think we've done enough camera work for right now.
You think so, Zimba? I think so.
What now?
I was asking Zimba if he thought so. I think he does. He did enough canter.
Yeah. One of the things that I do, and let's say you come out and you think, oh my God, he's got the coldest back in the world, he's gonna bump me off the camera, what can I do? You go into the trot, and you can do thousands of things in the trot that make him responsible. Go ahead and trot. You can do shoulder in on the circle. You can do a half circle, and a haunches in. You can do a forward back at the trot. You can trot halt. You can do whatever. That's beautiful. So make a point of not doing your shoulder in like it is in the test. Maybe you do a half circle. Do a half circle. Good job. And it's a 20 meter. Okay, you can do, okay. And then you can do shoulder in. That's good. Yeah. Now change direction. Go to the left. And on the circle, which is a 20 meter circle, do another shoulder in. And that's the hard part, because the legs have to be really responsible. More outside. Ah, girl. And you got deep, so half hold in. Ah. Yeah. And then go straight. Anywhere, I don't care where. Down center line. Leg yield away from your left leg. I'm going to make it this quick. Leg yield away from your left leg. Make it a shoulder in. Use your outside leg. Good job. He goes from like that as you do. Across the short diagonal, medium trot, walk at the rail. Let go of the hand. Now you have a medium trot. Inside leg to outside leg and walk. Perfect. Easy, don't wait. And a trot again, outside leg. Trot. Yeah. Another medium trot across the short diagonal. Let go. Inside leg to outside leg, punches into him. Punches him. Punches him. Punches him. Not haunches. That's right. So,
I thought you wanted me to walk there.
no, punches in. Punches in. Yeah, come on. Don't get all twisted. Not important. Okay? At V, half circle. Good job. Come. Half halt outside range. You got him too low. Right. Just go to the letter H. Go to the letter H. That's my girl. And you're going to halt at C. That's one long stride, one short stride. Why didn't I think I liked it?
Yeah.
No, don't fall on his head. Smack him in the butt. Give him a touch in the butt with your whip. Again. No, don't pull. Don't pull. Don't pull. I'm trying to get him to stand up. Trot out. Trot out. Oh, you're such a silly boy. Okay. Half circle, halt and C. Halt on center line. Half circle, halt on center line. With your belly. nicely square, but sauntering. This is where you're a little bit too much inside rhinoceros. Trot out. Another circle and another hop. But go parallel to me, not down center line. Belly walk, hands quiet, and hop. Hop. Okay. Trot again. And you're not going to like what I'm doing this. I want you to do a half circle like we did before. As you ask for the halt, I want you to touch him with the whip. Half halt, touch, touch, touch. And halt. Okay. What I'm getting is him to take a bigger step instead of slowing the hindquarters and landing on the shoulder. Do it again. That was a much better forward transition. And on the rail, halt. Touch him first. Touch him. And now halt. Woo! Perfectly square. Okay, so now you have activity at your fingertips instead of him going, okay, you're pulling on the rein, my neck goes down, I get tough in the mouth, and I drag my feet to the halt. Trot out. Look at that. Good girl. And halt. Give a little touch. Perfect. Long rein, left, left.
He's like, I'm going to the barn.
Really good riding today. I mean, it was messy. I get that. Totally messy, but I think you're getting the idea a little bit that you have to be a little less in the hands, a lot more in the legs. I gave you some tools for the walker and canter to help you with that. And the half passes, I would do them at the right heel first so that you have alignment, because what he does is he locks the neck down and into your hand, and that's your problem, because the half pass, if you're really clever, all you do is hold that outside rein and use your inside leg. They have bend and go sideways. But they don't, if they lock on their inside hands, then they're putting all the weight on the inside foreleg.
Yeah.
And you want them, a half pass is really elegant, is they're on the outside rein and you feel them go sideways without ever losing balance to the inside. I know we get told we have to half with the bend, but I think that balance is more important than bend count.
Yeah, that's true. You can't bend with the inside rein.
That's right. Good job.
Thank you.
It
Thanks
was
so
wonderful
much.
working with you.
Thank you. It was great.
Well, I gave you some tools. You got a little messy today, but I'm really happy with it.
Definitely did. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Come on, lady.
Safe travels home.
Thank you. You too.